majestic, uncharted, and completely unpredictable. A place you wouldn't expect motorcycles to be. Especially not doing what we love. Passion, drive, and the need for the adrenaline rush. Keeps them doing what we all do, despite the uncertain conditions, unknown terrain, no idea what might come next. It's a group of people living in the last frontier, riding motorcycles, racing motorcycles, proving they can do it as well as us, and maybe even better. This is their story.
It's kind of cool. It's fun.
Hello, we're out at Tok
Alaska.
Tok, Alaska. Spelled Tok, but
Yeah.
pronounced Tok.
Mm-hmm.
This is Reed. I'll let you introduce yourself.
My name is Reed. I live in Palmer, Alaska, and we're just out here trying to go as fast as we can.
Spending some time out here today at the Tanacross Airport Raceway. It's called the Sports
The air tanker base.
Air Tanker Base.
This was built in the early 40s. This was, we gave a bunch of bombers to Russia during World War II. This was their last refueling point before those bombers went to Russia. Is why this was built. It was like 1941, 40-ish. That's how old this pavement is.
That's the best kind of.
Yeah.
That's the best kind of pavement. It lasts longer.
It's very thick, but it's mostly tar snakes now.
Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about how long you've been coming out here.
I started in around 1995 or 93. I don't remember exactly. It may have been 93, 95, somewhere in there. So, and you could, when I first got here, you could have rode a mountain bike faster on this course than I was going. I mean, it was. I watched a video when I first started, and I'm cringing. I'm like, oh my god, but it was fun. I was hooked immediately. It's awesome.
So, how long is the season here? I mean,
we have 5 races from May, March, April. May is the first one, and August is the last one.
okay, kind of people in the lower 48, they have the impression that, Alaska is just snow year round.
Yeah, no. It's hot. What is it? It's like 85, 90 out there today.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I'm dying. I'm not used to it. The sun and I don't get along.
I was gonna say, we've been burning up down there.
Yeah.
But I'm sure this is hot for...
I am Mr. Caucasian. The sun and I don't get along.
Perfect. What bike do you race out here, and how's what'd you start on, and what are you being moved to now?
I started on a Katana, and I used to think that bike was so fast. It was my first bike, and I was just like thrilled to death until I got on a Gixxer, the 1000. Yeah, then that was a little different. But I have a 2017 Gixxer 1000R, so it's the R model.
Right.
Had to pay a little extra for that. But yeah, I've been racing for 25, maybe 30 years before I got this bike. And the first season I had it, it scared me. I would let off the throttle because I was like, oh my God.
Right. So you were telling me earlier, so sometimes we have to deal with wildlife on the track. And you were telling me earlier about...
Yeah, we've a caribou come on the track sometimes, but a couple of years ago we had a black bear come out. And he was really interested in what's going on. He wouldn't leave, man. He was like, this is cool.
Yeah, I can't think of any other examples of a bear on the track.
Yeah. Yeah, we came back to the pit. He eventually left, obviously, but yeah, it was kind of strange.
So, do you have any aspirations of trying any other tracks?
You know, I would love to go down and go on a real track. This is what we have. We can't really be picky. You know, we don't have a real track in Alaska, so the BLM allows us to use this airport. And you know, it's got grass growing up, tar snakes everywhere, cracks. In the spring, we have a jump. There's a frost heave that you catch air over, and you rack your nuts on the tank when you land. That's fun. But yeah, but it's what we have, so I'm happy we have it.
Right.
But
Absolutely.
I've never been on a like a smooth track with no cracks or jumps. I'm kind of interested to see how I would do.
Right.
A lot of going fast here is just trusting the bike.
Right.
Is you know, if you try to correct a mistake, you wreck. If you let the bike take care of it, it'll handle it. So when you get the tank slapper at 120 and you're like, you know, your mouth goes dry because you're scared to death, you just, you know, keep on the throttle and the bike takes care of it. It's pretty cool. Going fast on this track is how brave are you? What are you willing to take, you know, to accept?
Right.
Because there's cracks, bumps, jumps, weeds, everything. We chew through tires really fast. One of the good things about having old pavement, when it rains, the water just seeps through, and the track is dry very quickly. So that's an advantage.
Right.
And one of the things, the tires, this rough pavement, we chew through tires like candy.
Got to look for the advantages where you can.
Yeah.
So you said you've been coming here a long time.
Yeah.
In your opinion, has it grown, shrunk?
It's I would say pretty consistent mostly. We're kind of a small time operation, and we advertise. By we, I mean mostly Wayne and his family run the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So Wayne, they used to advertise, and one time we had like 60 bikes here. There was probably over 100 people, and it took forever to get through the races. The timings, it was like 4 hours,
Right.
And we're like, we're not advertising anymore. And so we're down to like maybe 40 or 50 bikes, 40 bikes, 45.
Okay.
And that's about tolerable.
So that's another question. We'll put it on the video in a minute, but so you have a tech setup, it looks like.
Yeah.
So you are teching the bikes, going through that. What are the classes?
1,000. Well, the open 750, 600, 500, and I think they're going to add a motard class.
Need to. Everybody needs to.
Yeah, no, motards are fun, man. I love this guy, Zach. He's amazingly fast on a motard, but it's so much fun behind him. He's like 2 feet taller, the bike is,
Right.
than this. So when he's transitioning, you know, like in the chicanes, it's so fun to watch him go like 6 feet up in the air and then lean over. I mean, he's like, the whole thing is like 7, 8 feet long, you know? It's so fun to watch him.
Is there any problems with support? Do you have Amazon Prime in Palmer?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, sure. Internet's everywhere. But yeah, Thomas he's the professional. He knows about suspension and pretty much everything. He's an amazing mechanic. He actually developed his own suspension.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's a smart guy, and he does really well on the bikes. And he's willing to help anyone. He's a great guy. So he's kind of our tech support. Anytime we have any questions, we go to him, and he knows it.
Right. It's a good way to be.
Yeah.
Good friend to have.
Yeah, it is, very much. Man, this thing, I had the suspension all messed up. I don't know what I'm doing at all with suspension settings. This thing was trying to kill me. It got to the point where I didn't even really like riding it anymore because it was trying to kill me. I'd come back into the pits like pale white, shaking, and my mouth is dry, and I'm like, I went to Thomas, and he spent about maybe 30 minutes on it, maybe 45, and it's like a whole new bike. It's like I enjoy riding it again.
Yeah, suspension can do a lot.
Yeah.
And I think Caitlyn mentioned him to me. He works with Suzuki or?
Yeah, he works with, what is it called? I can't remember the name of it. Something suspension. I have it written down on my phone. But he works for a suspension company down in California.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, you getting ready to go back out there? We're going to get some film of.
Yeah. One of my favorite corners is the decreaser. You got your knee on the ground for a long time. You can stand on the inside of the corner, and you can get within just a couple of feet of us because, you know, you're on the inside. So if we wreck, we're going out. And so you can get really close to us there. And at the lab, from about the apex to the exit, we have knees on the ground the whole way around there. It's like probably 5 seconds to get your knee on the ground. It's kind of fun. That's a good spot there. Get some good video.
Great. Thanks for taking the time.
Yeah.
And we'll watch you out there.
All right.
Thank you.
Yes.